because it very well. Okay, I'm going to plug it back in. Oh, look at these cards. It's Watercolor Wednesday. Watercolor Wednesday, everybody. Oh, it's 9:33. I had to look at the time. Okay, it's 9:33, but everybody look at Teresa's top.
Good morning.
Diane and I both thought it was so cute when she walked in this morning. And
it's spring.
It is very springy. I love the colors and the flowers, and we have some paper that's close to that, but not exactly.
Not exactly.
So, good morning. Crystal says good morning from Florida. And Jan says good morning, MB gang. So hi, everybody. We're glad you're joining us. It's Hump Day. Happy Hump Day. And hello, Mary and Oshra. And we're pretty lucky because it's Wednesday and it's Watercolor Wednesday.
Yeah.
And that means Teresa's here, and she's got Tim Holtz Distress watercolor pencils and brushes and dyes and stamps.
Yep,
and
a little
stencils,
bit of everything.
and watercolor paper, and we've got the postcards. I'm really glad you're showing those, Teresa, because I'm going to make some of those. And we've got the Gina K Masking Magic paper that you showed us previously.
Yeah, we'll show you that again. Give you
so welcome, everybody. Let's tell people what's going on the rest of the week, because we've had some scheduled changes. And Teresa, there's a calendar here, but it's not even accurate.
Okay.
So tomorrow,
you tell them, I don't know.
I'll tell you about what we're going to do the rest of the week while I show you Teresa's cards. Tomorrow we are having I don't know if we should call it container scrapbooking, but we're going to make some, and we have some projects made up already of albums and photos and things that are not in books, but are in cute little boxes and baskets and things like that. And then on Friday, we're going to be kicking off one of Janet's new kits, and it's a new style because it's I wish I had one here. Do you want to grab one, Teresa? They're right behind the wall. It's a freestyle crafting kit, and it makes cards with the Alina from 49 and Market, which is beautiful, super beautiful. And maybe I can post a picture of some of the cards later today.
Freestyle.
Okay, so it's a freestyle kit. So what it means is you get all the stuff in it, and you get some really nice things, and you can kind of do your own thing. Janet has pictures of all the cards that she made, but you can do your own thing, and that's releasing tomorrow. So we'll be here with that. Oh, look at those.
Fun ideas there.
And you know they always look 10 times more amazing in person.
Yeah.
So we'll have that on Friday. And that will wrap up our week. I can't believe another week, Teresa.
I know.
Another week. We're still kind of recovering from National Scrapbook Week.
We are.
So that was a lot of fun, and we sure appreciated everybody joining in and having fun with us. And
lots of good sales.
Yeah, we had good bargains and everything. So, all right. I don't think we have a question about does Janet have instructions with her kit, and they're going to be a little bit different than her normal instructions. She does have instructions, but I think it's she's got the paper all cut in a certain way, and we'll know more about that tomorrow.
Yeah,
we'll share more about that.
In.
Yeah, no, not tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Friday.
Tune in Friday.
All right. Okay, and they're reminding us about the notepad portfolio. So we got to talk to Katie to get that on the schedule from Gloria, the one Gloria made for all of us.
Okay.
So I took one home to kind of figure it out. And we'll get that on the schedule also. Yeah. All right, but let's see what's up for today, Teresa.
All right, well,
we love Watercolor Wednesdays.
Watercolor Wednesday, so we're going to be using the Distress watercolor pencils from Tim Holtz. Let's see. There's 3 sets. They're $24.99, and each set has a rainbow in it. Set number 1 has white and black. So it's probably a good one to start with, but the other 2 are very nice as well. I can't tell you.
I know people ask which one should I get, and
I would probably start with 1 if you want the white and black. Otherwise, you're going to have grays and browns, but you do have all the other colors. I've you know, I got all 3, of course, and I put mine in Roy Bib order. Here you
that
can see.
That's radical for me, Teresa. I've got mine by set, but they're messed up. But
it's kind of surprising the colors, because I've started using Kitsch, which in the ink color I don't use as much. Peeled paint is my go-to green, but Villainous Potion I'm just loving, and I've used that a lot too. So you can kind of see my pencil points are starting to go down.
Teresa, I have to tell you, I'm chuckling because Diana made the comment, "Get them all, problem solved."
Yeah, yeah.
And Teresa and I both have them all. That's why we're. But the wonderful thing about them is not everybody can get them all or start out with all of them. But each set has your rainbow in it, like Teresa said. So you can do whatever you want really with any of the sets because they all have your Roy G. Biv.
Yeah.
And then we also have a comment, Teresa, that Cheryl thinks your top is super cute, and it is. We all noticed it when she walked in today because it's so cute.
It's very bright.
It is. And I guess Michelle has a foster dog, a foster puppy that likes my voice.
Oh.
And she's watching our video right now. So you never know who's going to be watching.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay, so we're going to be doing like smooshing and splatting today with the watercolor pencils. So we did the craft along with the birthday stamps from Tim Holtz.
Oh, yeah, we should have.
And that was a lot of fun. I don't know if anybody finished theirs. I hope they did.
Was that last Wednesday?
No, it's been
a couple weeks?
Yeah, a couple weeks. So today I'm going to show you something else that you can do with the pencils. It's kind of like with the ink pad, only I think that you get more intense color when you do that with the pencils, just because it's pigment.
Straight pigment.
Yes, there's more pigment and less other stuff that they put into the
chemicals or whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't know what they put in, but so I'll just show the cards. You know, this one I used this Blossom die. It's $34.99 from Tim.
It's nice and big.
Yeah, and I used that on a Mother's Day card, and I cut it in half and put half and half. But there you go. I told you it would fit on a card, and it fits right on the front there. But, you know, Tim makes a lot of backgrounds with his watercolor. I don't know why I'm showing a white piece of paper.
It's a nice piece of paper.
Yeah, we're going to watercolor this, but one of the things you can do is make some fun backgrounds, and then you can die cut it.
Oh,
so that's what I did.
Is that what you did?
With the pinks and the greens. I just watercolored a piece of paper. It was fun. Use a couple colors. I used peel paint, fresh olive on that one. Fossilized amber and wild honey. I'm like, where did I use that? The center's yellow.
She's like, I didn't use yellow.
And some mustard seed. I used 3 on that one, and then picked raspberry and, of course, Kitsch, like I said, on the pink. So it's kind of fun to play around and then die cut what you have. So.
And then it's kind of watercolory looking, and it's not like you planned it. It just happens as it happens.
That's just the way it is.
Well, Teresa, Kathy said she finished her cards, and
Yay!
Janet posted a link to that video. So thank you, Janet. And they're asking about Doug, and he came back to work today. He's much better.
Yay.
He says he's still tired and he's kind of coughing, but he's on the road to he's on his road back to the golf course, I would say. He's not ready for golf yet, but he will be. Now, Teresa, I also want to give a shout out to you because you did make a Mother's Day card with this flower, and we had it on our Instagram, and Tim Holtz.
Oh yeah,
he checked it. He checked it. He liked it, so he saw it too. So
yeah,
thank you, Tim. That a lot of our staff here felt pretty special that Tim saw it on our Instagram.
Watching. Yeah. So that's a fun big flower. If you don't have one, I had to get it because I didn't have anything that big, and I thought it was kind of different from his other flowers.
Well, it's good for scrapbook layouts too.
Yeah, it would be.
And Teresa, I'm reporting for Marilyn. She finished her card too.
Yay!
So we did have people that got this done.
Good. All right. So then another thing that you can do.
There's one of our funny guys.
So this stamp set is a little odd. You guys know I do some odd ones.
She likes the odd
I like
ones.
the odd ones too, just to see what I can do with them. And this is $24.99. It's called Hipster. It's an older stamp.
But the words in it are really fun too, and the
Sup,
font.
OMG, Cray, Sweet, LM, A-O. I'd ask someone what that was. Yay. So they're kind of fun. That's $24.99. And I just thought it was fun. So what I did on this card is I did 2 splats. I think I stamped it first, and I left my stamp in the Misty.
Okay.
And then I splatted it, and then I stamped it again. So that's one, technique. Sometimes your pigment will cover your image, and so you can re-stamp it. But I did get the yellow up here and the blue down here, and then I did do some filling in on top of the splatting. Yeah, after I did that.
Well, I love that you added the chicken wire with them. I think that's pretty
funny.
And
the chicken wire, and I did a little stitching. And these are from the Snarky, here, the Snarky Small Talk, which I love.
So I was going to do something today, but haven't finished nothing from yesterday. Of course, I talk to myself. Sometimes I need an expert opinion. So when is this old enough to know better supposed to kick in?
Yeah. And they are in black and, you can see it, black and white. Lots of sentiments the same.
And I think it works pretty well for your little guy there, your chicken guy.
There's the chicken wire. This is a nice background set because you have a little bit of...
I'm thinking that myself. Teresa, you make me want to buy things. What's that called?
Mixed media.
Mixed
media. This is an older one too, but it's a good one to have in your stash. If you don't have any backgrounds, you get 4. Because a lot of times he'll do 2 big backgrounds.
Right. I like that you get 4.
And this one has 4, and they're very different.
And you could use that with bees. Bees are very popular. So chicken wire or beehives or...
Yeah. So this is a little bit, you're more specific with where you're smooshing your colors.
What'd you put on his glasses?
I think I put glossy accents, and then I put some glitter.
Glitter on it?
Yep.
Very fun.
Yep. All right. I'll just show this one because I used some of the Snarky Talk on that one. It says, coffee has given me unrealistic expectations of productivity. And then that's the coffee. I really do like the blueprint sketches. What's it called?
Blueprint, fresh brewed.
Fresh brewed blueprint, $24.99. We've used that a lot.
I think they're fun, and they're fun if you want to insert a coffee gift card. I think it's kind of makes a fun theme.
Yep. So I just really splatted that one up, and that's a little bit different technique that I'll show you. And then again, I went over the middle just to make it look more Starbucksy, I guess. I had to put the green in there like Starbucks did. And I did put white up at the top. I don't know if you can see it, but I went over.
Let me get up a little closer. I can tell here in person, but I don't know. I think you can see it now.
I could have done it a little bit darker, but I went over it because it was all splatty like the rest of the cup, and I wanted it to be white like a coffee cup.
Very fun.
So this one is just major smooshing and splatting.
I love the colors, Teresa. Did you happen to write down your colors?
I did. So I used peeled paint, of course, my go-to green.
The green.
Peacock feathers, Mermaid Lagoon.
So just 3 colors.
Yep, just 3 colors. And then I stamped my florals down here with Rustic Wilderness. And then I used the embossing glaze to, because when you stamped on it, it didn't show very well. And so I used my embossing glaze.
It really stands out now
right
with
on
the
there.
Glaze.
Yeah, and this is on the bumpy side of, the watercolor paper has a smooth side and a bumpy side. And I think I did something on the back of this that I didn't like.
That you didn't like?
Because normally I use the smooth side, and so I flipped it over. And we don't have the sentiment stamp, but we do have the florals I used is called Floral Outlines. But it's
those are really good for watercoloring.
They are. But I wanted to show you, if you need something new, the floral trims is $24.99, and that would be fun too. And you could stamp those in the corner.
And I've seen a lot of samples with those.
A lot of beautiful cards made with that.
And great for watercolor.
Yeah. So, you have to make sure it's dry before you start stamping on your smushed background and before you heat emboss. You really want to make sure that it's dry. So you probably have to set it aside a little bit. But I just thought that was fun. It has a lot going on. But
I just love the color of it.
yeah. Now I'm going to show you, I did a couple postcards. And we've got these watercolor postcards.
Those are postcards.
And they're $7.99, and you get 15. And so it actually has, oh, look, I got some ink on the back there.
So you can actually
mail these. And you guys know I've talked about it. I loved postcards. And so this is super fun for me. And so this one, again, first I stamped the image. These are the new, other one that I love is the Bold Botanicals. $24.99, and those are super fun.
Well, Teresa, I like how you stamped. That is not one stamp. That's 3 stamps.
That's 3
so she started
stamps.
in the middle and then had the other 2 going off.
Just
that
hanging
looks
off
really
the
neat.
edge. And then I just used three different colors. And again, I was kind of specific where I didn't blend them together. I stamped one side. Then I think I started with the purple in the center, and then I did the pink, and then I did the orange. So that's kind of fun.
You know what? I think that would make, the way you stamp that in a row, that would be a nice border on a scrapbook layout.
Oh, yeah.
Always try to transfer to scrapbooking because we have a lot of scrapbookers that watch.
Sure.
And a lot of these things you could do the same thing, but you do it on your scrapbook layout instead of your cards.
Now this one kind of has a lot going on too. So first I did the smooshing with the watercolor pencils, and I used Rustic Wilderness and Twisted Citron and of course peeled paint.
Of course.
And then when you stamp on the watercolor pencils, you really probably want to use the archival ink to stamp. I don't know if I said that before. If you use a distress ink, sometimes it'll fade right into it, and that's the same for when you're stamping. If you're doing a watercolor background with the distress inks, the same thing happens. If you stamp on it with another distress ink, it kind of fades into it.
Right, it's going to blend.
So you want to use an archival ink to stamp on top of it. And so I use the Rustic Wilderness on this one. And I was just going to show, we are out of this.
The background, probably because you've used it so much.
The tiny prints, yeah. And because of the sale.
We have more coming. Oh, yeah, we did.
I've got it covered up here. This is tiny prints, and I really like this background. I was surprised how much I liked it.
You've used it a lot. I loved it on your black tag that you had.
Oh, yeah. And it's perfect for Mother's Day. But we've got these ordered. They're coming. So if you want one, you can call us and we'll put you in the book for it.
Yeah,
but
we'll reserve one for you.
I didn't think I needed a flower background. I didn't have anything.
She didn't think she needed it.
No, I didn't. I don't have anything else like this. So it was great when I started using it, and I really did like it. So then I used the Rustic Wilderness ink, the archival ink, to stamp over it. And you guys remember the masking. I know a lot of people bought this because we are running out of this, and this is $9.29, and you get 12 sheets.
12. Oh, gosh.
They're 5 by 7, and it's going to last a while because you're just going to use a little piece of it. So what I did here is I did my smooshed background, and then I decided that I was going to use. I really like his new note quotes. For this one's $29.99. So it's got the circle and the square, but I just used the outline. I didn't use this piece. This is just the smooshing behind it. So it's smooshed, and then after it dried, I stamped
this little square
onto my masking paper, and then I cut around it so I had the little square, and then I stuck it down, and then I stamped the flowers.
So there's no flowers under there.
Right.
Okay, that's why it looks different.
Yep. So I wanted to be able to read it. I was thinking, I'm not going to be able to read a sentiment.
That's a good idea.
If I stamp on those flowers. So I used my mask to make a spot for my sentiment. So I stamped my flowers, and then I peeled this off, and there was this square. So then I stamped my square, and then I stamped my sentiment.
Good idea,
Does everyone
Teresa.
get that?
And you can use she's using she saved
Yeah.
the shape so she can use it over and over.
So it's still sticky. I can still stick it down.
And you could die cut, like if you wanted to, you could die cut stars or hearts.
Yep.
And you could do the same thing with them.
Yeah. So that was fun. So I really like. It's nice to use the mask. It makes easy, and when it's on
Teresa
your table.
showed us the strawberries that she used with the masking paper. So
it was like this.
Oh, she's got it. Oh, she's already got it. I just rang the bell, but that's okay.
So I had a strawberry mask, and I then stamped this one, and then I had to cut another one.
She already had it. Sorry.
I stamped the third one. So this one I had 2 masks, so I could get this third one up here.
And that was last week's video, wasn't it, Teresa? If you just go into you can go into our blog and you can search. I don't know if that one's up yet, but it will be.
Yeah. All right.
I got to figure out what we have and haven't sent Janet. We're getting our blog caught up, and oh, and we had a question, Teresa, earlier. We got 2 questions now. Okay, let me find it. Did you use distress glaze on the postcard? It would protect it going through the mail, and you did not, did you?
No.
No, she didn't use the glaze here. I think they're saying if you wanted to, it would protect it going through the mail. She did use it here, so you can see where this has got the embossing glaze on it. But you certainly could use the embossing glaze, and then it would be more of a resist on the brown. And then, let's see, wonder what it would be like if you use an embossing folder over all those little flowers. Ooh, I bet that would be neat.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know if I would do it on the watercolor paper, but good idea.
Yeah.
I do think that would be neat, because you know how Val's done a lot of things that look like quilts? And I think that little small pattern reminds me kind of quilt fabric.
Quilt fabric,
Thank you, Jan. That's a great idea. Oh, Denise is talking about the Distress Micro Glaze, not the embossing glaze. So she's saying you could put micro glaze over your postcards, and you sure could. And that way, if it gets a little rainy when the mailman's out delivering, you don't have to worry about it. So thank you, Denise.
Yeah, you could do that. That's a good idea.
Gotcha. Okay. And that the post is not up yet from Teresa's previous demo, but we'll be getting caught up on those, and we're so no worries on that.
This one I keep going back to bold text number 1. They're fun. They're cutouts, so you can cut the letters out. But what I did is I'm going to show you how I made this one. I watercolored, and then I cut the words out, and then I put a piece of black paper behind it.
Okay. I had to feel it because I thought the letters were on top, but I see that now.
No, I put a black piece of paper behind it so it would pop. And then I did a little, oh, that's not the one. It is the one I used. I flipped it over.
Oh, then you put a little stencil on it.
I stenciled on it. And again, when I stenciled, I used the archival ink.
And you know what? Focus on the good. That's what we all need to do.
Yep.
And Teresa, hold that up next to your top.
Oh
my gosh, you did
rainbow colors.
Yesterday, Penny's nails matched her project, and your card matches your top.
There you go. Well, maybe we'll start with this technique.
Okay, that'd be great.
And show this
We'd
to
love
start.
to see it. I would like to see that myself.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to do that.
So I did a rainbow there, but you can do any color that you want. I don't know what colors.
So you could do, if you want to use like blues or blues and greens, or
there's a lot of blues. Tim likes blue. Look at all the blues. Maybe I'll do some blues.
Yeah,
I don't
let's
know
do
about
blues.
the colors.
We're flying with it, everybody. It'll be what it'll be.
So I'm using watercolor paper because the ink is on there. It stays better and it doesn't warp as much. It's a thicker paper. It's just better for watercolor.
It's made for the watercolor to flow, and it doesn't mean you can't use your cardstock if that's what you have at home. I'd go for it and try it out.
3.
Teresa's picking her colors.
I don't know.
How are you today?
I don't know. I need 5. It's hard to, I should have picked that ahead of time. You like that?
Those, yeah.
Okay.
It's all right. Then people know what your color, how you pick out your colors.
I'll just start with a little tumbled glass.
Oh, this isn't at all what I thought you were going to do.
Nope. And I just colored right there at the top.
Oh,
and now
just at
I'm
the
going
top.
with salvage patina.
Tumbled glass, salvage patina.
Cracked pistachio. I'm going to run out of space. I made my spots too big. Mermaid Lagoon. They're getting smaller.
That one's darker, so it's okay if it's a little smaller.
And peacock feathers. So I just did a swatch. And now I'm going to use this big brush. It says it's
flat.
3/4 of an inch, and it comes in the artist brushes here that are $6.99.
And
there's a variety
I checked
of
the price
sizes
on those because I thought $6.99 for brushes from
nice.
Ranger, but it is correct.
Yeah, this is the biggest one, and I've got my water cup here. So I'm just
your water cup has been very handy this month.
It is. And so then I just took my brush and I got a lot of water. Ooh, the first one isn't very dark. And I just pulled it down. And then I'm going to go into the next one. You can't see it very well, can you, Kelly?
Not yet,
that first
but I'm
one.
sure we will, or you can put another color over it too.
And I'm just pulling my water down. These are really light, lighter than I thought they would be. Maybe I should have used some other colors. Look, the last two are going to be really dark. And I just keep pulling it until I get the
Kind of get the scribbles out of it.
The scribbles out of it. Or you can leave them if you like the scribbles. Some people like the scribbles. I'm just pulling it. So they're just kind of overlapping. Let's see. I'm just going to dip my pencil in and get a little bit more color on there. The tumbled glass is looking really light.
It might just be our colors that we picked. Maybe if you do this technique, you want, oh, there you go.
There, I got a little more pigment on there.
So Teresa, to get more pigment, she's just dipped the whole thing in water, and then I think it comes off a little better, doesn't it?
It does. Or the other thing I could do is I could just, ooh, look.
Oh, she's dripping. But look, it dripped and it made a blob and it's totally gone because you just hit it with your towel.
I did. And they just kind of overlap.
I think when they dry, they look different too.
Yeah, they do.
So Teresa's doing this technique for us, and we challenged her, asked her to do some different colors, and she picked out some lighter blues and teals. But it's kind of cool how she just started at the top.
When it dries, you just pull it down. You can always add more color. And you can just kind of go in between.
Maybe you can dry it and then add more color. Is that what you do to get kind of some layers?
Yep, you can get some layers.
Teresa's got her bag of crafts over there.
I do.
Oh, she's got her handle it. Those are in stock if you want one. What are they, like $3, Teresa, to handle it?
Yeah, I forgot to bring one over.
That's okay.
Oh, I've got some. I didn't spread those out very much. But you can just dry it if you like the blobs. There's one running down. It's okay. Could add some more color.
So it seems like these colors must have been...
Those are darker.
Yeah, barn door, and then marmalade, and mustard seed, and twisted citron, and shaded lilac was the colors there.
Maybe I did this. Maybe I colored the whole way. Maybe that's what I did.
She did this a long time ago, I'm guessing, because Teresa...
Yeah, I did.
Teresa's planned out for several weeks of what she's doing. You're probably the best one that's planned out and has her schedule
I did
of
that.
all of our demos. And I just think those are lighter colors too.
That's probably right.
And which would be really nice if you just want a light, kind of a cloudy,
a nice light background.
They're perfect. Or you can go dark like
That's
this.
a nice thing,
or you
watercolor.
You could do school colors. If you're doing a graduation card, it'd be kind of cool to do your school colors, whether it was, well, you could do black, but if it's green and, let's see, orange and purple are some common school colors here.
Yeah.
And orange and black, blue and red. We have a school that's blue and red.
All right.
We'll let that dry and then we'll take a look at it.
Okay. So the other thing that you can do with watercolor is you can do the smooshing right on your table, like I said. And so let's just do
Is that
some
how you
reds.
did some of the other ones then,
Yep,
Teresa?
that's how I did some of the other ones.
So she's going to show us how to do things like this.
So the one thing that you can do is you can put your pencil right into the water. Do you see how it just starts? Can you see how it comes off?
Mm-hmm. It's going off into the water.
So it's getting wet. Then you can just scribble onto your mat. And I kind of just turn it around because there's water on all sides of your pencil when you do that. This is candied apple. And so then you can just pull it through. Ooh. And you're just going to get, and you can't really control it very much.
But that is neat, Teresa. I like it.
And then you can layer. So to layer, you want to dry it first, and then you can add more color. And it's dry when you touch it, and it doesn't come off, or it's cold.
Then you know it's dry.
Yeah. See, that's dry. All right, so
That
that was
pretty fast.
That was candied apple. Maybe we'll do a little crackling campfire. And you can do it at the same time. You can put colors down at the same time if you want.
And there was a question about your surface, and Janet just posted a link that this is we call it our craft mat, and we sell these. I think they come 18 by 18 inches or something like that. And Janet put a link there if you're interested in getting one. They're heat resistant. Things just wipe off. Paint, you can just take a scraper and paint comes right off.
So this,
oh, Teresa, I like that.
If I had an image, like think about this one. If I had stamped something and I wanted red and orange, you can kind of, I kind of put the yellow. I did the yellow first because you want to do your light colors first. Of course, now I'm going to do a yellow. And
unless you just want a background that's just kind of blotchy and watercolory.
I'm getting some more yellow on there. And I'm just kind of dragging it through.
I'm seeing that rainbow thing again, Teresa.
Yeah. Ooh, there was something black on the mat.
Something on our mat.
That's okay. We'll just add some more. Do some more yellow. I'm liking the yellow. I'm going to do some more down here on the red.
Yeah, I really like that. I think that's neat. Those colors work really well together.
Yeah.
So there is a really pretty background. And you could stamp on that.
Yep.
You could die cut, like you said, Teresa, flowers, or I always think Easter eggs when you're doing something like that, or butterflies I think would be really pretty cut out of the watercolor.
Anything really.
Or put butterflies on your tag.
Oh yeah.
I also think black looks good if you stamp black on that, like she's got black here.
So that's kind of when you just kind of drag it through, that's kind of the look that you're going to get. Now you can just use your, I'm just going to clean my surface here. You can just go right onto your surface with your pencil and color. When you do that, you're going to get these little chunks, chunkity chunks, little bits.
Yeah.
And so that might give you a little different look.
Oh, I'm anxious to see it though.
So I'm going to take one of the postcards. We'll use the green. Oh, I did green on that. Oh well, I haven't used green yet. And then you're going to take your spray bottle and you're going to give it some water.
Oh, and you sprayed your postcard also. That'll help it move.
So if you don't
are you doing your
care,
fingers?
you can just run your fingers through it. I'm getting messy, Katie. And then I just kind of tap. It gives a different look.
So it's fun to experiment with.
So you get these little dots. And that's kind of what I did. That's, you
Those
know,
are
you
from
can
the
see
little
the different look that you get when you, instead of pulling it through, you're just going to kind of tap it onto, after you run your fingers. You're still going to get a little bit of a smushy background.
Melissa wants to know if you think the techniques would work on wood the same way. That, I don't know why it wouldn't, because it's paint. So,
You mean using paint on wood?
I think doing what you're doing, but doing it on wood.
Oh.
She's got those, she's made us those really cool lollipops for May Day.
Yeah.
And some other things. She's got that kind of thin wood that she laser cuts. And Melissa, I think you should go for it and try it.
So I'm going to go back to dipping my pencil. I like to dip my pencil better.
We're dipping for the next part.
See, here's see the little chunk there and there and there. That's probably from when I, did that with the dry pencil on there. But you just kind of have to play, you guys. That's why I like the watercolor pencils.
It's fun to play
because
with.
it's fun to play.
Melissa says her surface would be painted. So I think it would work. I mean, you can't be like, you're kind of pressing on certain parts of the paper, and maybe you can't do that, but you should be able to get the effect. Melissa's going to try it, and she's going to have to report back to us. So you're using mustard seed, and is that Villainous Potion?
No, I used peeled paint.
I think that's mustard seed for this one that you're doing
did
right
I?
now.
I thought I was going to use a green.
I don't know. Oh, maybe yellow's still sitting there. Well, we don't know what color we're using, but it looks really good.
I was trying to use green and purple. Maybe I grabbed the yellow.
Maybe you get. I'm going to do some detective work, Teresa, and peeled paint is dry.
That's the one that I just colored on the mat, though.
Oh,
dry, remember?
Okay.
I think I put it back in the thing because
so
was
it's
dry.
not the yellow. The yellow's still from this card.
I try to wait until my pencils are dry before I put them back in, but look, you can see it's not. It's
okay, guys. This is what an artist's pencils look like.
They're all messy. It's okay.
It means that you're using them, and we love it when people use their stuff.
Ooh, there's a lot of purple on the mat still. I hate to leave it. I guess
don't
we're
want to waste
more,
it, right?
And it gets more spotty. The more you can use your fingers.
Kind of speckled.
It is kind of speckly. And you can I probably add more green too.
All right, Donna confirmed that it was green. Thank you, Donna.
Did she rewind?
She put it back in the tin. It was green.
Yeah.
It just doesn't look like green. It looks more like mustard seed. I guess it looks green now. We'll zoom in a little bit. Boy, you guys, you could do all kinds of backgrounds.
Kind of fun. So that's kind of the difference. Yeah, this was like swiping and this was like tapping. So it does look a little bit different.
Yeah, it looks a lot different. So you can do different things depending on what you want.
Yeah. I'm just going to wipe this off so I don't.
So you'll see with this craft mat, Teresa just sprayed it with water and
Yeah.
then wiped it off with her microfiber towel.
And again, if you want more splats, remember that we did this with the other watercolor technique the other day. We just got some water on our brush and we held this in the water for a while. And then you can get some more. Ooh, yeah. Some more.
So you're just
I'm not going to splat myself.
Don't splat your pretty new
I know.
top.
Did you see those big splats?
Yes, we
oh, I
see
really
them.
like that. If you want some more intense, just to take the color right off the pencil is kind of fun. Ooh, I like that. I'm going to set that to dry. Maybe I
Teresa,
need
let's
to
see.
do that with the green.
Do you ever use pencil sharpener from your palette? I wonder if she means the little pieces from your palette.
Yes. I didn't bring my palette today, but I do. I have my pencil sharpener.
Oh, now look at this. Now that it dried,
It's still a little wet.
Still a little
I
wet?
can feel it. Yeah, you can see the colors better. They're popping a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you
so
just
with
dry
lighter colors, we probably recommend that you put the pencil down throughout the stripe. And
Yeah.
maybe with darker colors, maybe you don't have to do that. You just have to try it and see what you like. And should we say you do you, Teresa?
Yeah, definitely. Then you can use, like I said, you can stamp or you can do a stencil right on top. But you want to use your archival ink. And it looks really pretty, I think.
It
This
does.
is Salvage Patina.
So here's Teresa's archival ink tin. And I have a couple of those. And I'm missing one set of archival inks. And someday I'm going to figure out what it is and get it.
I am too, because that's my second tin. My other one
Yes.
is full.
See, we're both missing one
I should have
set.
flipped this over the other way. Now I'm going to have a line. Oh, well,
No, it looks
it's kind of
good.
pretty.
Yeah.
So then you can stencil right on top of it, or you can stamp on top of it. Use your archival inks to do that so that it stays.
Cindy asked, can you dry with the dryer? And that's kind of what
hair
she
dryer?
was. I think we're using the heat
craft
tool.
tool, yeah.
I don't know about a hair dryer.
You would want to be
I think
careful.
you want to be careful.
You didn't catch
With
it
any
on
heat
fire.
tool you want to. We're using
Yes,
We're
the
using the
Tim Holtz.
Ranger heat tool.
I
and
really
I think
like
it's black
this one.
now.
Yeah, it's black. I have a
It's
black
quiet
one.
too. It's
It's
quieter than
quiet.
a hair dryer.
You can heat emboss with this one. It just takes a little bit longer. I have a regular heat gun for heat embossing.
Yeah, I do too.
And then this one I just use for like what I was doing today, if I just need to dry something. And I actually use this one more than my other heat gun.
Yeah,
So-
I wouldn't recommend a hair dryer. Let it air dry if you
Yeah.
need to.
Yeah. Yes, you have to have a little patience then. But it's really fun. This is just another way to use your pencils. Get them out and play with them. See what kind of backgrounds you can make. Then die cut with them or stamp on them.
We've done a lot of different things with the pencils.
Yeah.
So if you haven't got your pencils yet, you can check it out on our blog. There's all kinds of articles and things that Teresa has done with the watercolor pencils. Oh, you're doing more splatting?
Well, I just want more green on this one. All right.
Oh, I like that.
This one's Rustic Wilderness. I felt like my peel paint was too
It's a
light.
little light. So Teresa's adding some more splotches. And then the other thing that, if this is really helpful, and I know Teresa's used it a lot, are the color charts.
Oh, yeah.
And you can download these online. We have them available for 99 cents. Yeah, 99 cents if you want to get one here. They're printed on a really nice, smooth.
They come plain.
Oh yeah,
You
sorry.
have to do-
Thank you, Teresa.
You have
They
to
are
do your
plain.
own.
They are plain.
It is really nice. I use that one a lot, this one a lot, to pick a color that I'm going to use.
So we've got it by color, like in rainbow, and then we have them by set, and they are blank. Teresa, I'm glad you mentioned that, because that could be misleading. Yeah. But they're printed on laser, so they're waterproof. Sometimes if you print them at home on an inkjet and you start watercoloring, then you're going to have a little trouble.
Yeah.
With them running into your inkjet.
Yep.
Well, Teresa, this has been wonderful. Thank you so much.
Well,
okay, here's the added green.
Ideas.
It's not dry yet, but you
dry.
can see it. I'll pick it up cautiously. And I do like the color combination on that. I think that's really good.
Yeah. That'll be a fun background. I like my tag too.
I do too.
Yeah, stamping in black on that is going to be nice.
It will be really great. I know what maybe we could, I've got a floral stamp that would be great on there. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who joined us today. We'll be back tomorrow, and tomorrow I think what we're doing is scrapbooking, but not in a book. It's going to be out of the book, scrapbooking. So Teresa, thanks a bunch. Everyone have a crafty day, and we'll see you tomorrow.